welcome to the Jimbo Fisher call-in show. And our very first show is the national champion, Florida State Seminoles. We welcome you to the show, and for our studio audience, it's great to see you. Jimbo, this is incredible. The place is packed, and everybody's got garnet and gold on. They got footballs to sign. It's a great way to start the season. What do you think?
It must be a game coming up, huh?
Well, I would think. Let me think. I'll do the quick math. 73 hours from right now, toe's gonna hit leather. That's if my math is correct, Jimbo. You can correct me.
Somebody better check that.
72 would be 7 o'clock, right, on Saturday.
Yeah, you're right.
So 73 hours. That's toe hits leather. We play Oklahoma State, and wow! Before we even talk about the Oklahoma State Cowboys, Coach, and about the coming season, can we just go back and just reminisce? I know you don't want the team reminiscing. I know you don't, but there are a lot of folks here, a lot of folks watching on television, ABC 27, a lot of folks listening around the state on radio that just want to see what was it like to win that national championship game in Pasadena about 6 or 7 months ago.
It was extremely rewarding, and not just for the coaches, but to watch the players, the look on their faces, and the fans, and the people, they're happy, the joy, the pride that it brought back, and it was a great accomplishment by our players that they worked their tails off to do it, and our assistant coaches did a great job. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of the administrators, everybody said, well, why did you win it? Because everybody pulled together collectively. I mean, everybody who was in the organization from top to bottom takes everyone to win a national championship.
It's a program championship.
Exactly right.
Program championship.
No one person does it.
And it was a tremendous feeling to leave the hallowed ground of the Rose Bowl as the champions. I mean, and why did we wait till the last 13 seconds to win that thing?
We wanted to keep the ratings up. The Super Bowl everybody turned the Super Bowl off at halftime, didn't it?
Before we even look, I know it's Oklahoma State, but again, back at the Rose Bowl, do you want to hear how we scored that winning touchdown? Coach, we have to start from deep in our own territory, and Jameis Winston, maybe the biggest drive in Florida State history, he engineers.
It really was, and to me, is what signified what great players do. Is we had not been in our A game all game. We started playing better in the second half, but when he got the ball with a chance to win the game, he was great. And to me, that's what great players are. They're not great all the time. They're great when they have to be. But the guys on around him were. We blocked well. We ran the routes. We got in the right positions. He was patient. We had plays down the field, but he wouldn't take it. He would dump it off. We'd get run after catch, and get some yak yards, and guys get first downs. And we work 2-minute bunch. We put a lot of time in that, and obviously it paid off. But everybody kept their poise. No one panicked, and they executed under pressure. On the very first Jimbo Fisher call-in show, I think I speak for everybody here in attendance at the Sheridan 4 Points by Sheridan, and listening on the Seminole Network. Congratulations, Coach. We're proud to have you as the head coach of the national champion Florida State Seminoles. Glad to be here. Thank you, Jim.
It's just a tremendous feeling, Coach. I think you can feel that.
It really is.
It
really is.
Now, I guess that was 2013. Now it's 2014.
It's definitely 2014,
huh? And the season begins Saturday night. And national television. Do y'all like watching national TV games with your favorite football team involved? I bet you do. ABC will televise the game nationally. There's nobody else in competition with us. And it's going to show Florida State University versus Oklahoma State, two really good football teams.
They really are. I mean, they've won 41 games the last 4 years. Mike Gundy's won 77 in the first 9 there. Never won less than 8 the whole time they're there. It has many first-round picks out of that league as anybody in the league over his time. So, I mean, they have great players, great tradition. 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember, 2 or 3 years ago, they were one game. They were third, just inches from playing for the national championship themselves. So they've got great program. They've got great tradition. They know how to win, and it'll be a heck of a football game. All right. I'm sure we'll have callers tonight wanting to know more about Oklahoma State, wanting to know more about Florida State Seminole football and about Oklahoma State. And if you're in the audience here at the 4 Points by Sheridan, you have a question for Jimbo, come forward, pick up the mic. It's not golden, but it's a microphone. And you can ask Jimbo a question face-to-face. And if you're listening on the radio, watching on television, the number is toll-free, 1-877-99-NOLES, 1-877-996-6537. And, with social media just going crazy, Jimbo, you even tweet. I know you do. If you want to tweet, it's hashtag Jimbo. See, he does. Or press the Ask the Coach button on Seminoles.com. Are you ready to take some phone calls? Let's go. All righty. You told me this afternoon you were ready to take some phone calls. I was. Ready to get back out and get in the routine. And you got 3 guesses on who the first caller of the night is. No, it's not Mike from Jacksonville. See, it's Mike or it's Bill from Tampa. It's Bill from Tampa. Bill, for 2014, you are the initial caller on the Jimbo Fisher Calling Show. And go ahead. You're on the air.
Well, good evening, Coach and Gene. Congratulations belatedly on the national championship, and certainly good luck Saturday night against Oklahoma State. 2 questions for you. Of the various units on offense and defense, which unit are you interested in to see how they perform in our first game of the season? And my understanding is Oklahoma State offensive line is a lot different from last year. What's your assessment of that particular group?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm anxious to see all of the segments because collectively they do matter. But there's some different ones, and there's no one that jumps out in particular to me. Everybody says, well, you looked at where there's new starters at. Sometimes I like to watch the old starters, how they matured, how much have they grown, how much has their leadership grown, how much do they affect the guys around them. And I really mean I'm anxious to see them all because I want to see how they handle the situation, getting back out on the field, and who's mature enough right now to put things away and move on. But Oklahoma State's offensive line, big athletic guys, a lot of size and height, new players. I think they have 2 returning starters in the group, but they've always been able to move the football. That's when you go back and you research Oklahoma State offense. They score points, they move the football, they can run it. They always have a quarterback who's athletic, and in certain times, they have really been able to throw it. So they're well coached. They'll be a very good football team, and you can back those guys up front or block.
Bill from Tampa, you're our very first caller. That offensive line, 300, 295, 300, 295, 325 in there. That's a big offensive line.
Yes, it is.
They really protect their quarterback, who does a number of things. Bill, thanks for your telephone call. That opens up a line at 1-877-99-KNOLS. We'll get to our next callers in just a moment. But first, the state capitol, historic sites, great nightlife, outstanding restaurants, and relaxing hotels. To discover all that the Tallahassee area offers, join us online at visittallahassee.com and plan your escape today. Soon, you'll be saying, I heart Tallahassee too. I heart Tallahassee. Huh? I love Tallahassee. I think there's supposed to be a heart like a love. Anyway, for television, it's I heart Tallahassee. Lee Daniels, that's for you over there.
It's hard carrying this show. You know that?
the Jimbo Fisher call-in show, presented by Napleton Infinity. For our live from 4 Point Sheridan, will continue after these messages.
Bud Light and NFL fans, this is the tale of Wayne Tupperhill, the man who spent the '97 Falcons season calculating the perfect Bud Light.